It's time now for County-Wide, a presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. You'll hear about the interesting issues and happenings that affect all our lives. Here's today's County-Wide.
Well, a good day once again. It is County-Wide. I'm Brad Miller, and we're happy to welcome into the studio a guest that we've chatted with any number of times. And recently, Yavapai Broadcasting, very proud to work along with other sponsors with the Old Town Mission and raising awareness, raising funds, resources, and of course the food drives in just the last number of weeks. Kelly Wilson is the executive director, and hello and good day to you.
Good morning. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming in. It's always fun to talk to you. And I thought, we just did. You were, am I giving it away if I say you were Rudolph?
Oh, no, go ahead.
The Cottonwood Safeway, the Burning Desire to Feed the Hungry food drive a week or so ago. And one of the bigger ones of the year, and Yavapai Broadcasting, very happy to be a part of that. And it sure seemed like things were going real well. Do you have any numbers or stats yet from that, or is that one of the bigger ones?
It is one of the bigger ones. Usually we do it 2 days. This year we did it one, but yeah. I think we collected almost $1,400 cash just that day. And of course, you guys had been working so hard. I think the check was almost $3,800, I want to say, 35 to 38. And so you guys did a phenomenal job. And the community came out and almost 1,800 pounds of food just in one day. Certainly
busy, just the foot traffic. Of course, this time of year it is, with people at the grocery stores and Safeways, not only Cottonwood, but Flagstaff, Prescott Valley. We appreciate their cooperation. Are folks donating food, non-perishable items as much, or kind of cash resources, little of both? What do you see?
Kind of a little bit of both. Usually, especially at Safeway, they got the Starbucks, so a lot of people are donating cash, so we can go in and order food throughout the year when we kind of run out of certain items and get what we need, the specifics. Yeah.
It seems like the cash donations are really kind of omnibus.
Yeah.
They can be squeezed into so many different kinds of things. Whereas the non-perishable food items can be a little more trickier, just storage and things like that.
Right, yeah. We have a very small facility, so especially when it's boxed items that have an expiration date, if we get too many of them, it's hard to move them out. But we never have a problem giving everything away.
Yeah. And then the cash can also allow you to kind of get into produce and meat, or do you stay away from that?
We do. Usually we'll order, especially during the holidays, we order a lot of turkeys and hams like that. And from St. Mary's Food Bank down in Phoenix, we can order specialty items like that and get a little bit of extra items when we need it. Milk, eggs, and cheese. Those are the kind of the things that we try and purchase once in a while.
The shorter shelf life things. Well, we talk about the food drives an awful lot, and here at the radio station, as we said, we do a lot to kind of promote those and work alongside. But I was curious to ask, well, now what happens? Those big food drives, a series of them here in the later part of the year and holiday time, and what the collection process? How does it work? How much goes out per day or per week? Tell me about how that end of it.
Yeah, so once we get the food, we have some wonderful volunteers that will come in and sort it into different categories. And our food bank is different from a lot of the food pantries in the area because we have grocery shopping. So our clients will come through, they'll grab a shopping cart, and from then they can go through and our tables will just be lined with all kinds of food and they can choose what they want. But we see about 300 to 400 people a week. And if you choose to take every single thing that's out and available, you're going to fill up a small little cart of food. And, sometimes it's turnips and cucumbers. Every week it's something different.
Sure. So 300 to 400 per week?
300 to 400 people per week. And we only let people come through our food bank one time a week.
Right.
We just had to start that because we saw a rise coming in need. So it's 300 to 400 families a week, which could be 2,700 household members.
Right.
So they're going home and feeding their household.
Right. Wow, that's extraordinary. I had no idea the numbers were like that.
Yeah, and we're all run by volunteers. We have about 5 staff that's at the Old Town Mission, but everyone else is volunteers. And so it's, all volunteer run, and you just come in, choose the groceries that you need, and really everyone needs help once in a while. Yeah. I mean, going in, buying eggs, it's just near impossible to keep up with the rising cost, and so that's what we're here to, is just to help those families, give them an extra boost, and find those little extra things that you need.
Before we kind of turn the mics on, I wanted to see if maybe you would share with the listeners what you shared with me, that everybody is different. Every human, everybody has a different story. Every family situation is unique. But there are some similarities, and a lot of times, folks, to your experience, it sounds like really are using the mission, the Old Town Mission, and probably the other pantries in local communities the way they're intended, as a help when you need it, and that folks may be taking advantage. Doesn't happen a heck of a lot, and you can probably see that pretty easily when it does.
Yeah, because we're open 5 days a week, and so we also have the showers for our homeless clients,
right.
But November is really a really busy month, obviously, for the holidays. So we saw about 223 brand new families. That means they have never stepped foot inside the Old Town Mission to get help.
Wow.
And thank goodness we don't have, every single person that's in our system doesn't come in every single week.
Right.
But we're there if they need it. But we see a lot of times someone will come in November, but we might not see them again until February, or they'll have to come in the next week, and that's what we're here for. So we see people come in when they need it.
So the balance,
and we're here,
kind of corrects and it takes care of itself. Yeah, it's extraordinary. Now, when people, you say on your register or rolls, are folks kind of required to sign up? It sounds like there's a bank of information on folks, and people can be leery about sharing that kind of information. How do you handle that?
It is. So we're very simple. We do ask for an ID, a photo ID, to make sure you're who you say you are.
Yeah.
But we're also very lenient. If you don't have a driver's license, you don't have an ID, we're still going to get you food, because that's our top priority.
Right.
We want to make sure that you are getting the food, the nutrition that you need, and we will not turn you away hungry because you're afraid to share that information. We'll still get you some food. There's a couple other things, like our emergency food box that's gone through the government. We can't give you one of those, but we can give you some donated food. So we're going to help you, even if you can't give us that information that we ask for.
Okay. Are you going to ask me financial questions?
Well, on our application, it does say that you are a low-income family and you need help. So that's pretty much it, but we don't verify any information.
Gotcha.
We don't check it. It's just basically certifying, I need help.
Yeah.
And so that really, I think, could be just any one of us.
And that's kind of what my point. It does go to show that sometimes the honor system can work.
It does,
and can prove that most people are good, just like the country song Luke Bryan sings. So good feeling, especially holiday time. And demand, we've always understood, is up because just why?
It's during the holidays. I think, we're trying to do some special things for our family to get together. So we're spending, trying to make sure that our kids, a lot of times we have kids, and we have, I don't know if you know, but we've had Santa come to the mission 3 times already. And that's my favorite thing, because I do go full on. I have the tutu, I have the elf shoes. So this is my season.
You're dressed Christmassy even today. So well, that's terrific. And again, that many people, I just didn't have any idea, kind of took advantage. Are there folks who ever, sometimes everyone is prideful, or can be. Mm-hmm. Do you find ever in the community, through hearing stories or outreach, that there are folks who maybe can use your service who are a little shy about doing it, or for whatever reason?
Yeah, I think there's always the thought that
hesitant.
Someone else might need it more than me, and I don't want to take it from someone that's struggling, suffering more than I am. Yeah. And I just want to say, we have a lot of food that's, especially the stuff that we get from St. Mary's, it arrives to us in bulk, so we need to give it away to people that are going to use it. And it's a lot of times the fresh produce.
Right.
This week, I think we got cucumbers, turnips, which aren't a big seller, but some people love them. Green onions, potatoes, different things like that. So there's always something you can use.
There's a Christmas stew coming for somebody.
There we go.
Let's take a short break. Our guest today, Kelly Wilson, and we're talking about the terrific work done at the Old Town Mission. Kelly's the executive director for how long now? A while?
Since 2012. My kids have grown up there.
They're learning. They're learning how to do it. All right, we'll take a short break. Kelly Wilson, Old Town Mission, Countywide's back right after this.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Service for over 25 years and continues to serve the communities in northern Arizona. Jackson Hewitt is here to help you file your personal taxes. As laws and situations change, your local Jackson Hewitt Tax Service professional stays updated to serve you. Drop off or make an in-person appointment. In Flagstaff, call 213-8626. That's 213-8626. That's 213-8626.
The award-winning experts at Verde Solar Services offer the trusted Carrier products that help you customize a solution to fit your budget. Verde Solar is a family-owned business serving the Verde Valley for 38 years with the Carrier products you can rely on. Carrier AC systems are trusted to bring energy-efficient, quiet, consistent comfort. Call 928-567-5315 for a free assessment of your AC and air quality needs. Verde Solar Services, online at verdesolar.com, a factory-authorized Carrier dealer.
Don't let concerns about today's events derail your long-term financial strategy. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Matthias Sandoval, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand the impact of these events and make sure your goals are top of mind. While you can't control the market volatility, we'll focus on what you can control. We can connect in several virtual ways. Start by giving me a call at 634-1044.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to the program. Again, countywide, I'm Brad Miller, and our guest, Kelly Wilson of the Old Town Mission, Executive Director there, coming into her 11th year at the Old Town Mission. So that means you've seen some change there. Bigger, more, probably in those 10 years?
It is. We've been blessed. When I first came on, we were kind of in a transition period, changing things. And throughout the years, we've just looked, seen what the need is, and we've continued to grow with it. So it's just amazing. We just remodeled. And if you saw it beforehand, you remember what it was. But now we have 3 brand new handicapped accessible showers available for our homeless clients, new flooring throughout, and just so we continue to meet the need that's out there in our community.
Right. There's no beds. It's not an overnight stay.
No, we're not an overnight stay, but we have a bunch of day resources. Our biggest event or new program that we have is the Kids Shop, which is all about the kids because we don't sell kids' clothes at our thrift store, so kids can come in. And we encourage them to come in themselves and shop. So parents bring their kids in. They can shop for clothes, toys. It's stocked with everything a kid would need. And then in our Homeless Resource Center, we have the showers available, hot breakfast, coffee, lunch. We've got tents, sleeping bags, tarps, anything to keep them protected out in the elements.
Right.
And give them a little...
Right. I've steered people down towards you, and I don't know. It seems like sometimes I don't know if law enforcement or if tenants in town are going to get in here. Here's where I'm thinking, kind of homeless folks, more so than working families, which I think is the brunt of whom you serve. But those kinds of things. Are you accommodated for that? If there's folks that just been kind of living out in the open? Yeah.
So. We have every day we're open 5 days a week, but on Mondays we have our food pantry, and that's where we see a lot of working class families coming in, people that are just struggling to make ends meet. Gotcha. We will still have some homeless clients come in because we've got the hot meals for them, and we'll have sack lunches on the days our food pantry is open. Okay. But our day resource, so our receptionist will be able to help them, ask them questions, get them the help they need, kind of point them to where services might be able to help them get off the streets. And we have referral systems for other family shelters in the area down in Flagstaff and Cottonwood and Sedona.
Gotcha.
And we send people over to the Homeless Coalition for the overnight shelters.
Okay.
And I think we kind of work together. The Homeless Coalition knows what nights we serve a hot meal at night, so they'll open up a little bit later to make sure that they can get food before they go to the overnight shelter.
Kind of coordinate the effort a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Given all those things, all those services, all of that, I want to bounce it back to what you talked about a little bit earlier, and that is the volunteers. There's a lot of, you just described an awful lot of kind of different moving parts, if you will, of what you serve. On a given day, if I go to the mission, you said 5 paid staff, I think. I'm going to see how many volunteers, on any given day, say? On any given day, 15 to 20. Is that right? Volunteers. Because, we have a grocery rescue agent. He's paid, and he goes around to every store in the Verde Valley all the way to Sedona picking up food. So when he brings it back, we have volunteers that help him sort it, go through it, put it on the shelves, get it stocked, ready to go to give away to
our clients that are needing food. We've got volunteers that are running the Homeless Resource Center, volunteers that are signing people in, volunteers that are cooking dinner, they're sorting food. It's just a working process, and we cannot do it without the volunteers. And we're always encouraging people, just come on down, get a tour, and we'll show you what's available.
You just, again, Kelly's in red and green Christmas Eve today. For some reason, as you described all that, I went straight to Santa's workshop, and I pictured little elf hats.
We need little elves
on all of your volunteers. But it sure sounds like a busy a place like that. Things coming in all the time, things going out all the time, and it takes some real coordination among volunteers to come down and do that. To become a volunteer, do I need special skills? What do I need to know? Or if I'm listening right now and think, hey, this could be something I could help with.
There's really no special skills needed, because we're going to find the job for your skill set. And so if you love working with people, we're going to put you in Santa's workshop, obviously. We have some people that just want to come in, and he loves to fix leaks and things. So he's walking around, he's looking around, what can I fix? Do you want me to patch this hole? Do you want me to fix this leak? So all kinds of volunteers. And, really the biggest skill that you need is to love people and want to be able to help people and bless the community. Yeah. If you have that, we can find a place for you at the mission.
Yeah, just bring whatever kind of knowledge you have. If you've got the desire and the willingness and the time, do I need to kind of come in and think of, there's a minimum, say, hours per week I can volunteer, or can you kind of work with that?
Yeah, so when you come in, Tammy will kind of give you a tour, show you around, and then kind of show you what's available. There are some things that are kind of set in stone where this is where our food pantry is, so if it's a certain time, but usually 2 to 3 hour blocks is what we encourage people to volunteer, but there's always different areas we can use you at.
Yeah. If you've got skills or whatever it is.
And if you love shopping or you love sorting stuff, our thrift store is always wanting volunteers, because that's just a never-ending.
The thrift store has really become big. It was kind of an offshoot, because tell me if I'm saying this right. Quite a while back now, there'd be donations that for whatever reason didn't quite match what you were doing, either not so much the food boxes, but other things. And it became kind of a sideline in a sense. And I guess that can kind of raise a little bit of money to kind of keep the operations going as well. But there's going to be a lot of people that are more familiar with the thrift store than they are with the agency behind it. Is that?
We do. And so at the food drive, we noticed that a lot. People were like, oh, I shop there all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're like, yes, but did you know? Right. We do. We get a lot of shoppers that come in, and we were blessed. Right in 2020, we were able to purchase the building we were in. So we have fully expanded. It's 2 very large facilities, and we've got one that's just filled with clothing and home decor and kitchenwares, and the other one's filled with sporting goods, furniture, all kinds of things. So, and the community just keeps donating. So we have the treasure you are looking for, and a lot of our staff is also part of Second Chance Employment. So we do have a few that are set aside for that, for training and people coming out of situations. We have elderly people returning to work. We have single moms that can only work for a few hours a day while their kids are in school. And we do have people that have a criminal record that are trying to get back on their feet and
there's just
get back out there.
So much as part of the Old Town Mission and the good work that has been going there for a long, long time and now continues under Executive Director Kelly Wilson. The thrift store is located where?
We are at 810 West Mingus Avenue, right on the corner of 89A and Mingus, right next to Maverick Gas Station in Cottonwood.
Easy to find.
Easy to find. The big teal building up on the hill.
Yeah, and then the Old Town Mission itself is in Old Town.
We are right down in Old Town, 116 East Pinal Street, and we look like a mission. Once you turn on Pinal, we look like a mission, big parking lot. And
unique building. Right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, kind of wrap up with Kelly Wilson. We'll get you some phone numbers and things like that if you do want to reach out, whether it's to donate resources, to take advantage of what the mission can offer you in a troubled time perhaps, or to become a volunteer, find out a little bit more about the Old Town Mission. Our guest is Kelly Wilson. We'll be back to Countywide right after this.
Life changes, then it changes again. Predicting the unexpected in life is impossible. That's why it's called unexpected. So when it comes to financial goals, our philosophy is don't predict, prepare. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Matthias Sandoval. A job loss, change in health, or a loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Let's work together to help make sure you're equipped for life's unexpected events. Call our office to schedule a face-to-face appointment.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Verde Solaire, your hometown heating, air conditioning, and plumbing company in the Verde Valley for 38 years, and your trusted North Central Arizona Goodman dealer. Goodman is a name you can trust, designed, engineered, and built in the USA. Verde Solaire offers free in-home estimates on systems that are quiet and affordable. Verde Solaire is locally owned since 1983 and available for all your heating, air conditioning, and plumbing needs. Call 928-567-5315. Visit them online at verdesolaire.com. Better, cleaner, faster.
Taxes, taxes, taxes.
It's that time again. This is Lewis with Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We don't sell cars, we don't do hair or wait tables. We do taxes. At Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, we talk taxes and we prepare taxes. Open year-round for tax filings. Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, located throughout northern Arizona. For over 20 years, our local preparers have helped neighbors pay their fair share and no more.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service in the Tri-Cities at 772-7872. That's 772-7872.
And welcome back to the program as we kind of wrap up with Kelly Wilson and a busy time of a year for Kelly and the Old Town Mission, and perhaps for you too. Folks, if you want to, is it different for them to reach out if they have resources to donate or want to become volunteers, or is there one phone number, one website? Where do I go?
You can go to oldtownmission.org. We've got all kinds of, you can click on the button, I want to volunteer, fill out the application right there, and someone will call you.
Gotcha.
You can call us at our 928-634-7869, or you can just stop in.
Yeah.
And if we're not busy, we can show you around right then and there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mentioned earlier, kind of take a tour. It seems like that'd be a really great way, no matter what your kind of intents are, to donate resources, to donate, or become a volunteer, donate your time. That sounds like a really good way to start, is to kind of look around and know who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with.
It is, yeah. And we get a lot of people, because we're in Old Town, just walking by on vacation, and they're like, wow, it's amazing what you guys do. And people are always shocked. And you look at the facility, we have it looking as beautiful as we can, because we feel that when we're showing kind of respect to the people that need help, we're making them feel like we value you, so we're putting in a lot of effort to make sure that what we're doing is perfect for you and looks good for you.
Aesthetics matter. When things with things like that. Well, Kelly, God bless you and the work that you and the Old Town, the folks, the volunteers, the paid staff, all of the people who come and are part of it, and of course those who donate so generously throughout the year, whether it's the big food drives and events like that, or just quietly, we do appreciate very much what they do to keep the Old Town mission going and serving the community of Cottonwood, the Sedona Verde Valley area. Kelly Wilson, thank you. Happy holidays again.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
To you too. It's Countywide, and we'll see you next time.
This has been Countywide. Listen in each Tuesday and Thursday at this time. If you have a topic or guest idea that you'd like to suggest, email us, news@myradioplace.com.